Over the years, when I was experimenting sexually, the universe sent me these situations where kink was involved somehow. And so I would end up tying up my boyfriend Adrian when I was 16, or hit him with a riding crop. I mean, it was just these little things that were happening. And when I was 18, finally, I had leather sex, I guess you'd call it, with an older person I knew. It was legal. I mean, it wasn't like statutory rape or anything. But it wasn't until 1999, I was looking at Frontiers, which was our local magazine, a free magazine for gay people here. And it was a picture of this man named Tony Mills, who was International Mr. Leather. And he was all that. He was just decked out in beautiful leather, and he looked just great, like a Tom of Finland drawing, kind of like that great. And I thought, oh God, that's where I want to be. And so the following year, I found out that there were these leather contests all over the place, not just international Mr. Leather, but leather contests in local bars and all this other stuff. And I thought, I'm going to invest in a little more leather. And so I tried to collect more leather and went to little leather shops. I like to have the leather armbands on, armbands, cuffs, harness. I mean, I like to get decked out in that, and it was fun, and privately. But I was privately playing. But it wasn't until in 2001 I decided I'm going to do it. I'm going to jump into this leather contest world. And so I went to the Mr. Spike leather contest. It was really fun and talked to the microphone, which I was really good at because I'd been an actor, and had a great time, and I won. I won. And I was like, that was really fun. And then after I won, I met this gentleman named Guy Baldwin, who had been International Mr. Leather in 1989. And he taught me some stuff. He taught me some great stuff about hardcore leather. And I found out I was really good at whipping people. I was really good at single tail whipping and flogging. Just a whole new world opened up for me in a way. That was fun, but I was conflicted about it because I knew that the whipping caused extreme pain. And I really wasn't comfortable with inflicting extreme pain. And so I backed off of that after a while, but not before I went into the Mr. Los Angeles leather contest, and I won that one. And it was one of those great nights in your life. This big group of leather guys from all these different bar titles, and we were comrades backstage and had a great time. And we all went out with the microphone and said our piece and whatever. And I guess I did really well. They called out the winner, and it was me. Boy, what a night. What an incredible night of uplift and gratification, feeling honored in a way. And it was also really sexy too, so which is really what I enjoyed. A lot of people are in the leather community that have never done a contest. They're just people that are interested in leather. They love to wear it. They love to engage in kink sex with other leather folk. And the leather contest world is a rite of passage. Okay. Yeah, it's an entrance into the official leather world, whether you win or not. Well, once you're Mr. LA Leather, you're never not Mr. LA Leather again, unless you walk away from it somehow. I didn't walk away from it in my title year, and I'm still Mr. LA Leather 2001. My favorite new phrase is, I used to be into leather, and now I am leather. Because I've gotten so old. So after TJ died, I was emotionally and spiritually completely bereft. And a friend of mine, a very close friend, David Nichols, told me about this thing called the Radical Faeries. And it was a group of gay men who went out into the woods and went to campgrounds and experienced nature. And what I learned from that experience was that gay men are part of nature. There's a reason that we're here, and we're not aberrations. There have always been gay men. There have always been lesbians. There has always been trans people. So the Radical Faeries were wonderful. I got to meet Harry Hay, who was a great leader. He was the pioneer for gay rights, really, with the Mattachine Society and then on through Radical Faeries. I feel like I've been the recipient of this lineage of gay men. I think that that's what's wonderful about what you're doing with these videos, is that people who are younger need to know what has gone on and what they can take from us and move on with their experience. And then they can pass it on to whatever experience is going to happen in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, you know? So if somebody's afraid to get into leather or the Radical Fairies or kickball, like they have these dodgeball things, your life can only get bigger. Life can only get more interesting, and you can only meet more people by getting out of your comfort zone and trying this new stuff. And it may not be for you, give it a try, see if it works, and move on. The point is to meet a lot of people, shake a lot of hands, and it teaches us who we are.